I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Dun, 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 dun.
To kill them is my real test. Survival is my cause.
Dun, dun, dun.
I will travel across Georgia to live inside a jail. These Walking Dead are everywhere. The governor's got a tank. Walking Dead, gotta kill them all and me. I know it's my destiny. You kill me and I'll kill you. Walking Dead. Walking Dead.
Gotta kill them all.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I thought we were all gonna sing those parts. That's why I was singing. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
It's fine.
No, I didn't.
Now let's do about recording.
No. Oh yeah.
Good rehearsal.
Oh yes, yeah, nice rehearsal, guys. We're never gonna get that again.
Ridiculous. We don't rehearse shit.
Hey, I'm Oxnard,
Dexter.
and
Wow.
Walking Dead. Too far
Oh
gone.
my god. Oh, holy shitballs. What an awesome
I think that
episode.
says it all. Thanks for listening. And
Yeah. Good night.
It was good.
what happened in this episode?
Shit got crazy.
The governor got himself some hostages, first of all.
The governor came back
First thing is
full force.
he's doing what you said last week that he was going to do. He's going to tell them all to get out of the jail, and so good job on that.
yeah, where's my
Nice.
And
prize?
I predicted that they were going to kill him, which I just threw
Also-
that out there because I was there's no way
also
they're going to
happened.
kill him.
I didn't think that as many people were gonna die in this episode as they did. I can't believe that this was the mid-season finale.
I was shocked.
Hershel is dead. That little girl is dead because her mother's an idiot. The governor is dead.
Yep.
I mean, I can't believe that.
All right. See, there's the part I missed. This is when I called you because I had missed all this.
Yeah, interrupted me.
Yeah. So we were.
I was masturbating.
You said to me, "Hey, Empire Strikes Back is on," so I was watching
Yeah,
that.
I know.
And then Luke was getting his new hands. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the best, great ending." And I would look at the clock; it's like 9:08, and I was like, "Shit."
Well, that's understandable.
And
It's
then,
hard to turn away from it.
And then it's just the governor and Michonne and Hershel there. And I was like, "What the
Michonne.
hell, Michonne?"
Michonne sounds Russian.
Michonne. Yeah. So thoughts?
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, it's fucking awesome.
Well, I think now you understand, the first governor episode, why I thought he was just going to kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's, you
Yeah.
can understand
Now-
where I was coming from.
Now Oxnard
Right.
gets the idea.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now, with next episode, if you saw this guy in another episode, you would think, if he was still alive,
That was
he was going to kill everybody.
Yeah. I thought there were some interesting things in this episode. There were some things that made me laugh too. I liked when he, it was awesome when he comes up. He's got the tank. He fired a shot at the prison,
Yeah, I
and he
didn't
comes
know what
out,
that
and then
was at first.
Rick is there like talking to him. And then he's like, "Oh, we have women and children here. I have a tank." He goes, I was like, "Argument won by the governor." Well, you can't argue with that. Tried the old sick women and children, did you, Rick? Nice try. Tank trumps that.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was not expecting, from what I've seen, I didn't know it was that kind of show where it would be similar to Game of Thrones, where like major characters will just die.
Yeah.
So I
Well, I wasn't expecting this either. I mean, they've made
yeah.
it clear that like people aren't safe, but this was drastic.
I don't
That was
think I
drastic?
This was shocking.
I wasn't
Okay.
surprised by any of the deaths, honestly.
That was crazy. I wasn't when he took the sword. When the governor took the sword in his hands, I knew Hershel was dead at that point. And then it was awesome when he like whispers "liar," and then he
Yeah.
starts chopping his head off.
Liar.
Liar.
That was cool. That was really good.
Like
But-
you could see like there was like for maybe a moment,
Yeah.
like one voice in the governor was like, "Yeah, he's right," and then the other one was like, "No, fuck you," and then he goes, "Liar, chop, liar." Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it was Brian Harriet. No, you
Yeah.
could live with that.
Yeah, come on, man, play it cool. What are you doing? Liar. Or maybe he was saying liar to the voice in his head more
Right.
so than
now
to
they've
Rick.
never.
Oh, there you go.
Like, based on the governor's past, they never hinted at why he became that kind of a person.
I think that they're kind of explaining it because he had a wife and daughter.
Yeah, I'm pretty
and,
sure.
And maybe he got that way initially.
Was he bullied a lot as a kid?
No, with his old town.
Was he ever touched weird or something?
Listen, with his old town, he was probably initially trying to protect his wife and kid the same way, and
Right.
that's what made him start killing people and taking
the hell
over.
is-
He becomes like
And so they just showed it in another like way.
Vaguely
in
sexual
these episodes.
commercial
That,
for a cheeseburger.
I think, exactly. I think the trauma of losing his family,
Right.
try to put him right on that edge, and then like Boss said, he tries to fill this gap in his soul by protecting people, but then it becomes so extreme, and so for him it was the town. First it was that town, and then he went. Then he goes like so far insane, like it doesn't matter. He destroys the very thing he's trying to protect
I was
every time.
sympathizing with him.
Yeah,
For the last couple of
right.
episodes.
Until he gets to the point where you can't sympathize with him anymore because he's an insane person, and like I said, he ends up destroying the very thing he's trying to protect. So in the previous season was the town and all its inhabitants basically, and then this one he ends up destroying his new family and then all these other people in the camp.
In the previous season, I don't think he was really protecting the town. I think he was more, like he said, he still thought his daughter was alive.
That's true. That's
so
true.
that
I
was
think
his
part
goal.
of it was protecting.
Well, yeah, he needs to protect the town, protect her,
Yeah.
But I think that was more what it was
That's
about.
true. That's true.
And when she was killed, it put him off the edge.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I learned from the flashback in the beginning how he got his eye patch.
Oh yeah. Michonne took his eyeball out.
And then she took out his Gulliver from behind.
I was waiting for her to be there too.
I wasn't. I forgot about her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good for you because I was like, come on. I mean, you never know. He could have. I wouldn't have been surprised if this episode was going if he did kill Rick.
It seemed like they were
And then
cleaning house.
maybe the next step is like the show was like watching Carl try and run things. That could easily go down the shitter.
Yeah. I was a little disturbed.
And I thought they were going
by-
to kill Daryl in that shot. You see that shot where he cut away and a zombie's about to bite him?
Yeah, but then you see him.
Yeah.
I was trying to calm myself. I was like, no, he can't die.
I don't know.
They really made it seem like he was going to get
Yeah,
bit, but
he's too resourceful.
Yeah, we were tweeting as we were watching it, and it's just fun because I was like, "Holy shit!"
and they cut back, and he has like his rod in its head.
Yeah, and he's using it as a shield.
Yeah.
I wish we could have seen how that exchange went because
how
it looked like
awesome
the
was-
zombie was
right.
right about to get him.
How awesome is that?
I
when
know.
he throws the grenade in the tank.
Oh yeah,
That was awesome.
He's the
and
man.
then
He's one
Mitch,
army of one right there.
and then that guy Mitch or whatever his name is gets out, and he's like, "Oh shit, my
That's
tank!"
like-
And then you turn. I was like, "Oh
knew
man!"
he was
I
gonna
thought
shoot him.
I didn't even think. I like how they did it because I thought there was gonna be like a gunshot that just takes him out, and then you see Daryl there. But I like how he turns and he sees Daryl pointing the crossbow at him, and then there's like just a moment,
Yeah, you
and
knew
then
he was dead.
oh yeah, that was fucking great.
Daryl doesn't
That
care.
was so
Daryl
cool. No,
don't
Daryl don't play no shit.
Yeah, he don't play no shit.
How many?
He wanted to go up there and nose him, go nose to nose, be like, "You attacking my prison?"
Yeah, it's like, what, you want to kiss? You want to kiss over it?
kiss right now? Huh? Because
You
I'll
wanna
do
kiss
it.
me?
No, I was a little
Put a
disturbed.
crossbow through your heart.
I was a little disturbed when the governor he goes over to Hershel crawling away and starts hacking at him.
He's just
That
like,
was
yeah,
crazy.
kind of really zoned out and just
Right.
kind of very, I don't know,
Focused on
easily.
beheading
It was
him.
like a smooth, like effortless motion. He's just like staring blankly and just smacking at his
I
skull
expected
with
him to
this
actually
katana.
pick up the head and like hold it like that. But he didn't.
covered in
He
blood.
cut
He
it
starts
off.
screaming, "Habla, habla!"
But I guess his the dead girl got him distracted after that. 'cause
I
that's
mean,
what
by
happened
that
after.
point, though, he didn't even like give a shit
Right,
about
he
her.
didn't.
He just took her and was like, "Oh, I gotta kill her. She's gonna be a zombie." Boom.
Right, yeah.
That was nuts. The whole thing was shocking and heavy as hell.
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Just one
I
thing
loved
after
it.
another. Chop
So that's
that
where
off.
Oxnard
It's just
came in, where
great.
they're just in the trailer with the governor.
That's where I started
having
watching.
no idea what's going on.
I was like, "What the hell did I miss?"
That's why I was saying it'd be funny. You see in the background of the shot out the window, you see like Rick and Carl hanging from a tree with a noose around their
God.
neck. What did I miss? 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes into the show.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, I think they said on Talking Dead, one of the guys says, whenever you start seeing characters being developed in a show, expect them to die.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like a thing. Character development equals death, I think he said.
Oh, interesting.
So. Yeah, but I like
Oh.
how it's...
Maybe he'll live on. Maybe that woman's pregnant, and he'll have a little bouncing baby.
Well, now I'm
governor.
curious. Like, are we going to see zombie versions? Did you notice the creepy girl from the episode where Rick met in the woods was one of the zombies?
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
there was a shot there.
There was something, I was like, am I supposed to know who this is?
Because they showed her for a while.
Because I couldn't remember it, but now you're right. You know what's hard about that is that she looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
She already looked like a fucking walker. I heard a thing, I was talking to somebody at work about this, and they were saying on, like, discussion boards and stuff, there was a thing, somebody had said that Carol was actually written out of the show. That was one theory. But then there was another thing where she's coming back, and that what actually happened was that this was a theory or whatever, that Carol covered, the little girl burned the bodies, and that Carol, like, covered for her.
Right.
That was like somebody's theory online.
Oh, that's a good theory.
It's pretty cool, right?
We were saying
That is really
we were
good.
kind of saying that because when Rick asked her, "Did you kill them?" she says, "Yes," and you can take that to mean yes. I taught these kids what to do, and they.
No, that's true. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
shit.
Because that girl, and
But
here,
we talked
obviously,
about that though.
No,
remember?
I don't remember. That's awesome.
I don't think we talked about that specific
Right,
theory.
yeah.
But because you could also look at, because the first thing I thought
I
of
believe that now.
when I was
Oh,
talking
that's
was
scary.
like, oh, this girl finally got. Because I was thinking maybe this girl's the one who like dissected that bunny rabbit in that kind of ritualistic looking way that Tyrese found or whatever his name is,
Right.
and then
it's
the
gotta
rats, like she would have been the one with the rats then,
They've
and
gotta
then
be the
I
ones.
thought like this is the first kill. She seemed very experienced.
With a
That
gun.
was like right between the eyes, that
yes.
headshot.
Yes, there were 2 headshots.
I mean, there was no, there was no. I mean,
It's like,
my
this girl's
God,
quite a shot.
I think she's pretty. I don't know. So I mean, I would
Yeah.
believe that theory.
Little kids with guns.
Either
It's creepy.
beginner's luck or she's
Scary.
used to
That
it.
is very scary. And then, of course, the big thing in this episode is Judith and what happened to Judith,
Right.
the baby.
The baby, yeah.
So maybe
Well,
the
they
rest-
just showed like this empty.
Yeah,
Empty, bloody car seat.
I thought the little kids took her.
But then they show up, and they're
But there
killed.
were
They're
some
fired.
little
They're
kids who weren't
fighting, and
there.
they're not. Is that so?
Yeah, there were
Oh,
a couple
okay.
more, but there were only 2 of them shooting.
Well, either way, where the hell are they? You don't know where they go. Carl and Rick barely escapes with his life. He's almost choked to death by the governor, and then Michonne saves him. That was awesome.
That
was an awesome
At that point,
fight.
I was telling myself they can't kill Rick, but he's taking a beating.
I thought he was gonna. I thought they were cleaning house.
He's gonna
I
have
thought
to-
seriously.
the show,
He's
like
gonna
they want
have to
new
eat through a
characters.
straw
Send
for
Carol
the rest of
away.
the season.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, what is it gonna? The next episode is gonna be like him, like not being able to
Right.
fall asleep because he has such a horrible
yeah.
concussion.
Right,
You have to
exactly.
stay awake for 3 straight days now,
Oh.
Rick. I mean, what the hell? He can hardly move. He's gonna
Right.
be like brain damaged.
Yeah, so much.
Go, Carl. Carl, I love you. You're my son.
At least the zombies won't
Okay,
notice
Dad,
him as
yes.
they-
yeah, Dad. All right, here. He's gonna like have to wear diapers.
Oh no, Rick.
I trained you for this.
I went boom boom. Carl went boom boom.
Dad, shut up. There are zombies
Dad,
right over there.
keep quiet.
I'll make friends with them.
It's stinky. It's stinky. Oh God!
Wow, the show has taken a
Show got
horrifying
really,
turn.
really
This
weird.
is scary on a whole other level.
Going back to the old folks' home with Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
next-
seriously.
I thought like maybe
The
like
diapers. Forget the oxygen tanks.
Or he like encounters another camp, starts killing people for diapers. You got diapers? You got diapers on you?
What I think is going to happen is it's going to be the rest of the seasons. There's going to be split groups of them trying to find each other. Basically.
I thought most of the kids,
Yeah.
like all the adults, were gonna die, and then it was gonna be like Lord of the Flies
Oh,
or
no.
something.
Well, that's
With
those
zombies.
kids are right on that track.
Yeah,
that
they
little
really
girl.
are.
I mean, that one little girl. That was and then that bus took off, and we don't know if Glenn's on it or not.
Yeah, Tyrese didn't die, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
It seemed like he was going to die. Then the little girl's headshot at those.
Right, he
right,
was
right.
hiding behind
Some bushes.
that garden.
I don't
yeah.
know how those bushes are protecting him from.
They found giant planters.
Right.
They raided a Home Depot.
I've always wanted these. I could never afford them. Now is
Finally,
the time.
I've got to finally have the garden I always wanted.
Get that mulch.
But
Is that Rick?
yeah, this is from the first season.
Wow, it looks completely different.
That's like the first episode, maybe even.
Nah, I think that's second.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Now the comic books, are they still
They're
coming
still
out?
going on. I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're still.
How
going
far
on.
into the show compared to the comic
I
books
don't
is it?
know. I don't know anything about it.
No.
My guess is halfway or 3/4.
Have you read any of the comics?
No.
Or- No.
I read the first. I read like the first couple.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have to be, right? Because they made a show out of it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys about.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I got some notes.
Trip to Seattle.
the city. Boss's trip to Toronto.
I would have had a little change to this episode at the end. I think the final shot should have been, that zombie who was in the river struggling to make it across? Yeah. The final shot should be him finally getting there and then raising his arms.
Like Rocky?
And then another zombie, comes and puts like a medal around his neck.
Brains.
Or then, well, no, you know what it should be? It should him finally getting across,
right,
and then
like
a stranger comes and blows his brains out.
No, like the bus hits him.
Yo, yeah.
I was rooting for that zombie.
Finally made it. Oh crap!
Did you feel bad for him? He's trying to get across.
I don't really feel bad for zombies.
I felt bad for that zombie. Well, I was rooting for him.
Like if they had feelings, I would feel bad. I guess.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that little girl either, by the way. That one that gets eaten by the zombie. That mother's a fucking retard.
That was pretty cool. The zombie came out of the ground, though.
She sees the sign that says "Flash Flood Warning," and then the thing comes. That was a classic zombie shot coming out of the ground.
It was
classic.
That was really cool.
And then, oh my god,
I forgot she dies.
I would be like, if I was that mother or that kid's parent, I'm not letting that kid that far away from me. It's the fucking zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let my kid go outside.
There's crazy people everywhere, which
can't
are even
trust...
more dangerous than the walkers.
Yeah, that's the other thing I like is now you're seeing. Remember, my idea for a show would be like tribes of people, and the zombies are kind of an afterthought. It's just like something in the background that's a problem. But it's not the major problem. Now the major problem is these groups of people like butting heads.
Yeah, that's what they introduced last season.
Yeah, that's what I like a lot.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was pretty crazy. But sorry, continue, boss. Was that it?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Any predictions? There was someone wanted you to make more predictions.
Okay, so like I said, I think obviously they're going to be separate into separate groups. I think that Daryl is going to end up looking for Carol.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Yeah. And
which someone commented, they said they had no recollection of Daryl and Carol being together.
Well, they weren't together.
They were. No, they were.
Well, yeah. Well, you never see them like
you do. You see them like waking
kissing
up.
And stuff. What?
Waking up together, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember ever seeing that. I just know there was like weird. I think you're making that up.
Now I'm getting two different stuff.
Because they would even like be flirting with each other, and then he would make like a kind of face, and then she in a scene she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm just kidding" or something like that. They were like really close, but I think the thing was like you always thought they were gonna bang, but you never actually get a confirmation that happens.
Are you misleading me?
Viewers, because I'm pretty sure they banged me up here.
I think you just want them to.
So. Yeah, for some reason.
You sure this wasn't a dream?
Two of the weirdest looking people in the show bang.
Pretty sure they did.
Two of the weirdest people.
Daryl and Carol, they have like the same haircut.
So what's their body count? We got
basically
Governor,
the same name. They belong together.
Little girl. Who else?
A lot of
the extras.
Yeah,
a lot of the extras.
Yeah. Oh, the one guy, the governor's new like right hand man, the tank driver.
Is there any part of you that tries to make sense of what the governor did there?
Well, yeah, that's what we were talking about before.
But like,
I don't
understand. He like snaps, and he's just thinking. He snapped because like it starts with
weird?
him trying to protect this new family of his, but then he can't help himself.
But is it weird that I feel like I kind of wish he had succeeded his plan there?
Maybe only because you didn't see last season,
and only because that, and also I'm more connected with the governor just because I've only started watching this season.
So you missed something too, where he's telling the group in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have to attack them because of XYZ reasons. Right. And he says, they killed my daughter. Yeah. He tells them.
Okay.
Like, he's manipulating and bullshitting them. Yeah. And so, I mean, and it's more, like I said, I think it's because you... Down. Yeah, he's lying. They didn't kill... His daughter was a zombie. Right. She's already dead. I mean, but they don't know that. And so, he's just lying to them. He's a liar, and he's a manipulator, and he's... homicidal. He's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that you feel that way because you didn't see last season.
I don't have the full story.
And those episodes with him were awesome. And I loved that we got to go on that kind of journey and watch the governor kind of is he changed, and then slowly come back to this madman.
Nope.
Yeah.
I liked the conversation that Hershel had with the governor. He's trying to like think logically with him. Like, hey, those are my daughters in there.
Right. Yeah. You know how you feel. You know how it feels to have a daughter and to and to lose them and all that. It's like, no, it's not working.
Yeah.
Forget it, Hershel.
Yeah.
Now, what was this scene?
Oh yeah. So let's talk about the rat and was it the bunny or a rat?
Wait. What's in that box?
Exactly.
What's in the box?
Exactly.
What's in the box?
Exactly. What is in the box?
Theon's penis.
That's what I was thinking.
We went over this in our Game of Thrones. Whenever there's a box and you don't know what's in it, odds are it's Theon's penis.
My first question is, you said it was a bunny against the wall? I thought it was a rat.
No, I think it was like a I thought it was a bunny.
Bunny? Do you think it was a rat or a bunny?
I don't
think
know.
it matters, but I was just curious.
We'll see it again. We're rewatching it as we talk about it.
I'm trying to figure this out with the rats, and
it would probably be a rat because they haven't introduced a bunny yet.
Right.
Well, they introduced pigs. Why wouldn't there be bunnies running around?
I don't understand why they would just
there's pigs,
switch it
there's
up
bunnies.
and be like, here, no, that's
the rules.
bunny.
Someone's gonna. There's stink cows. I don't know.
We'll see.
Hello, moo cow.
We'll see right after this. But I was trying to think, like, there's no way that they didn't introduce the person who is doing this with the rats already.
What did you say?
I'm saying there's no way that we don't already know the character who's leaving all these rats around. They're not going to just be like, oh, it's this person. Hey, I haven't met yet.
Right.
So it's got to be either that guy, the alcoholic guy, or little kids, in my mind.
Right. It's got to be right. I'm thinking it's right. I'm agreeing with you.
Who
it's
else
him
could it
or it's that
possibly be?
girl. No, wait. Here, let's take a look.
Right.
Look for long ears and a fluffy tail.
It just looked too big.
I just dumped this.
It's a squirrel.
It's a rat face.
No, look. No, it's a bunny.
It is a bunny.
Ha!
Is it a bunny?
Fuck you guys
and your
It is a bunny.
rat
It's a long
stories.
I know my dead dissected animals.
I've done this before. Believe me.
They called me for advice.
That is a beautiful job.
You like mutilating adorable bunnies, Dexter? How do you do it?
How do you do it, man?
Well, Rob. That's the creator of Walking Dead.
Rob?
Robert Kirkman.
Oh, okay.
I call him Rob.
We're
Bobby.
row
Bobby
for short,
K.
so I'm going to row his boat.
Yeah, so I think I agree with that random person you talked about online, and that Carol lied, and it's those crazy girls with the rats.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Burning corpses, yeah. That's cool.
I think it's just the one crazy girl, though,
theory.
because she seemed to be the leader. The other ones were like, what?
Leader.
Let's get out of here. We have... And they're tossing that poor
okay
baby in the car seat around.
As long as it's one of them, I'd be happy.
I knew something really bad was going to happen. Like, you get a feeling
when you
of
see
dread.
the governor standing on a
With
tank
his posse.
with other cars, everyone's armed,
No,
and he's
'cause
going, come down here!
They can easily do one or two people died, and but in the end they work out something. But I was impressed.
end-
They took it far. I
mean, basically, everyone at the governor's camp died.
Did you think-
except for a select few? And we don't know what happened to that one woman's sister. She just kind of I thought she got hit with shrapnel.
Right, we don't know what happened to her. She
Yeah.
was cowering behind the car.
I think she went into shock, or I thought she got hit with something that we didn't see, and she kind of stumbled, and we were going to see her die later. But...
And I think...
Michonne.
Here's another little detail. I think the governor, the reason that he would, kill Hershel before Michonne is because he knows that they probably care more about Hershel than her. So it would get them off so that they start fighting.
That's true. I also think it kind of threw off the audience because he's you would think he's obsessed with Michonne. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It also leaves Michonne open to save Rick by killing the governor. Hershel's not. It's not going to be as dramatic if Hershel's doing it. I feel like, you know what I mean. You don't get the satisfaction because Michonne.
I'm going to plow your fields.
6 years of veterinary college.
Well, time to murder the governor.
Governor?
All
I
right.
like when he said governor.
Governor.
Governor? Don't call me that.
Shut your mouth.
Would you guys have stopped watching the show if Rick was killed?
No,
I would be confused.
What if they literally killed every single character?
I can't believe. I think it would be like a bold move, but I think it would be pretty awesome.
It would be stupid
to
too,
kill
probably.
up. It would be, but I'm saying, well, I mean, not if that's a shocking. That's a shocking twist. I mean,
Can't get both, the governor and Rick.
No, you can't. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, why not?
See, now who's going to be the
I don't
villain?
See why not?
Exactly. Who's gonna
There's
be
always
so
going
I
to be
guess
another
the crazy
villain.
little girl's the villain.
Probably.
I don't think at this point.
That's why
the rest of this season, there doesn't really need to be a villain because there's always the common. Everyone that has the common enemy, the walkers,
right.
and you're like there's what's good about this show is there was this last season was the first time there was a specific villain. Really,
right.
I mean, there were issues that you could see brewing in other seasons, but the main concern was where are we going to go? What are we going to do? There's walkers everywhere, and the environment is the main enemy, and then. Then they introduce the governor and that, and you have like this one-on-one kind of head-to-head kind of concept going on.
I'm gonna go back.
Now they've gone back to, so they don't really need that for the rest of this season to me, because you're gonna be wondering what the hell. Now they have to come out of this. How are they gonna regroup after this?
The alcoholic guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
What the hell's his name?
I don't know. Daryl's nose buddy.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, nose buddy.
Call him nose buddy.
They're like touching heads.
If it is him, maybe that's why he survived in his other groups. Maybe he's the last one because he like killed off everybody else somehow. I don't know how the rats are killing them, but
maybe that's why he
it's
drinks.
Spreading disease or something.
Maybe that's why he drinks.
I don't know. Maybe
why?
To keep the demons away. That tell him him to murder and mutilate.
So maybe he can't keep the demons away.
They're talking to me. Shut up! I don't want to do this anymore.
I actually really like that because
possible
because Daryl kept it away from him.
Right.
So now he's back to the rodent stuff.
That's what's driving him to drink.
That's good. I like that too. I like both. Either way, I'm happy.
He's got to drown out
whoever it is. But either way, whether it's the little girls or him, I think it's going to be good.
How's this Walking Dead game? Is this good?
I don't know.
I always hear good things about it. And they're the same company that made that. They're doing a Game of Thrones one.
This looks terrible.
You see the Frankenstein trailer?
That's what this is.
That's what okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw
Frankenstein?
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we see that together in the theater?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah. I could not
This
believe
is so
what I was
bad.
I had to watch, I watched it when I saw the Hunger Games movie. This came on, and I was like, I had to watch it again. I was like, this is... And I forgot what it was, and I was like, what is this, a Frankenstein movie? And I was like, oh, I think this is bad. And then it's like 200 years later, Aaron Eckhart is walking around with scars on his face, and he's Frankenstein.
Well, he's Frankenstein's monster, or he's the scientist Frankenstein?
No, he's the monster.
He's the monster.
So why is it I Frankenstein? Because people are idiots?
Because iRobot... I don't know. It's probably the same director.
I still like those people who think Sherlock Holmes was a historical figure, like he really existed. And then the other people who are shocked Titanic was based on a true event. That's always
What?
good.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I had a question.
America's great.
Did you
God
guys
bless America.
Did you guys think that Carl was going to shoot? Because I did.
I did too. I really did.
I thought maybe the governor was going to be like, okay, let's live happily later, and then boom.
Yeah. You know what, Rick? You're right. I'm changing my ways. And he's like, they're shaking hands. Sharon Hardy laugh.
Pat each other on the
Yeah.
back.
And then
I got him.
And then Carl fires and like hits Hershel. Hits Hershel in the shoulder.
Oh,
Why?
call him Fats.
Why?
Okay, last week we had some very nice comments. Thank you for commenting, of course. Always enjoy your comments.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Apple Yapelipu says this is infinitely better than the Talking Dead. You guys are great.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Hershel, you
That
should
means
come
a
on
lot.
our show, Hershel.
Oh man, I would love to talk to him.
Yeah.
But
Real
hold
slow
on.
line.
I would love to talk to the actor that plays Hershel, whose now name I can't remember.
And also, if I don't say your comment, it's not my. It's like I just noticed here. I have to go. It's only showing me top comments. I have to press newest, and that'll show all of them. So if you've commented and we haven't responded, it's because Google Plus screwed you over, or I'm an idiot.
I think it's a combination.
You decide.
I think it's a combo.
So
I think it's you decide.
So Fan 700 said, "I'm slightly disappointed that the governor went back to his old ways in this episode. I was hoping to see him try to learn, to change, and maybe even join the prison group eventually.
Bless your
Kind of
heart.
like Isaac Serco in season 7 of Dexter."
Never watched Dexter, but I get the point he's making. I think that's
agree.
what Hershel kind of wanted, and then Rick was willing to like cave into
Right.
before everything went to hell. But
I also wonder what Martinez said that made him snap. Maybe suggesting he could have a position of power in the camp.
I think he said, like, let's share your girl, or basically. Isn't that what he said? He said something like that. He said...
Let's share your girl?
I don't remember that
well, not those words, but...
I think he's making stuff up.
Do you want to share what's-her-face?
What?
Yeah, he said something like that.
Share her? I don't remember saying that at all.
Turn it on.
I don't think so.
Turn it on.
I think the whole thing was that, he's like, no, he says share some of the power. He says share some of the responsibility. He doesn't say share her.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think so.
That'd be ridiculous. That'd be a crazy twist. Oh, by the way, I want to fuck your woman that you're with there. What do you say we swap?
We're going to watch it.
Want to
and
share?
We're going to see what he says.
I'm telling you, it's like share responsibility or share power, something like that. Don't believe me, but that's what it is.
What else you got?
Slocum is back, as always. One of our
He's
favorites.
back as always.
You guys are winning me over. I'm going to binge watch the show over the holidays.
He's never watched the show?
No, he was a fan of our D&D stuff, and and Game of Thrones, I think, and so now we
should watch Walking Dead.
Yeah, so AMC, we got yourself.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, AMC,
pay up.
Hey, yeah.
I'll be $1,400.
Hey, where's that money?
This week's zombie survival tips: get a gun. Wow.
All right.
Discharging firearms when dealing with zombies is not recommended. However, when dealing with other survivors, being well armed will give you more leverage in an encounter. Without a gun, you're only collecting supplies for the baddest dude on the block. Yeah. I think Bill Burr said that,
witnessed
actually.
here by the governor with his tank.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill Burr, I think, in his latest special, he had something like that.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, I want to get a gun. Because, you could get all these supplies, but all you're doing is collecting stuff for the toughest guy. Something like that.
Here you go.
Yeah. Claire left a lot. Hey, guys, great review with lots of sperm. David Morse. I don't know what that.
Oh, I think because I said to make like a paper mache.
Oh, yeah.
Just to shove down Oxnard's mouth.
Yeah, you're weird, man. What is it? You ever listen back to what we say? We're
No.
fucking nuts.
I purposely never listen to these after. Once they're recorded, they're gone. They're dead to me. It might as well have never happened. I don't want to hear myself saying these terrible things.
I know. I wish we had a guy that just edited it, because then I have to hear it.
Yeah,
all
you
over
get to
again.
go insane listening to the sound of my voice. Hey, Oxnard.
David Morrissey is a British
Oxnard.
actor, like the fellow who played Rick.
Yep.
He's done quite a lot of stuff over here. I think you should add a regular prediction section to your reviews at the end. I especially enjoy Boss's predictions.
Nice.
She just unsubscribed.
Way to go. No one could have predicted that.
Then Boss told me to comment back. Boss also predicts that the governor will shoot Hershel by mistake when aiming at Michonne.
I was wrong, but he died.
And then Claire said,
good guess.
Oh, if that happens, Michonne saved her own life when she took the governor's eye.
Very true.
And they better not kill Michonne.
Michonne.
Michonne. Because
It's
Michonne.
not that hard. It's really not that. Michonne. He says it different every time. I don't know how that's possible.
Because Michonne rocks.
Mahjong. Hey, Claire's in the UK. I guess we got that. Cool.
I think a lot of our listeners are out of the
Oh, yeah?
country. Yeah, I think so. And the analytics, it's like a lot of Europe and England and Australia.
Good. I'd rather have it that way.
Yeah. For no real reason. Well, that's awesome.
We need to hit that Canadian market.
That's where it's at.
Get some of that maple syrup money.
Get some of that syrup money.
Those syrup millionaires up there. This week's episode is sponsored by Slurpee Syrup. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hubert, I've made your favorite Belgian waffles.
I wish I had my favorite syrup.
Oh, the cupboard's bare. We haven't gotten any.
I'll press the horn.
Anywhere want some Slurpee syrup? Come on! Come on, take the syrup! Come on, old man!
Hubert!
Come on, old lady! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, you like that syrup all over your bodies? Yeah! Oh, this here, special Alabama recipe number 82. This here is the slurpiest syrup you ever had dumped over you.
Slurpee Syrup.
Slurp it good!
And we're back. And just a side note, if anyone out there has a product they want us to endorse,
Right.
send us a sample and
yeah.
we'll endorse it fully. Doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Could be made up.
Just
Could
make
be
up.
real.
Seriously, make up a product. We'll make a commercial about it. So that was the mid-season finale. A lot went down. It's crazy. Now we
blew up.
Now we got to wait till February.
Yeah.
But I think in that time, I'm going to watch the show, and so I can be more involved in the discussion. Because I feel like a lot of the time it's just you guys explain to me what happened.
I mean, that was more so in the beginning. The way the season went, it didn't really require that much explanation then, thankfully.
And we got to think of other shows we can start reviewing too.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones is going to start again.
When's that?
In the spring. That's going to be the end of March, probably.
Okay. I think they finished filming.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's usually end of March, early April. I think that's what it's been. So,
looking forward to that, boss.
I don't know what else.
And the cartoons will be back.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there we go. We'll have to have your lists of things that you want to see be on the wall again. That was a classic episode. That was my favorite one, I think, with the Giants.
I like that one, too, because I tried to put cartoons with the whole thing, and it was all one big, long thing. It took a while, though, but...
True. Too long. Oh, the Hobbit movie's coming out.
Yeah.
I'll see that. Not that I'm too excited. I feel like when I see the commercials for it, the scenes between Legolas and Kate from Lost look atrocious to me.
Yeah.
It looks like he's
he's
just a terrible actor, and then she's just trying to do something with it. Like, work with me here, Orlando.
Yeah.
Help me. Throw me a fucking
I think
bone.
Peter Jackson, became really good friends with James Cameron, and then he changed.
God.
All right. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon with some other stuff, and take care. I'm Oxnard.
Dexter.
And there's Boss.
I never say goodbye, do I?
Yeah, sometimes.